Some signals aren't meant for the eyes, they're meant for the heart. It's that moment the whole internet seems to hold its breath, when one small gesture speaks volumes, an unspoken recognition, a powerful, collective vibe. While Troye Sivan is openly gay, he earns his spot on this list for a different reason. He constantly shatters and reinvents what queer energy means in the mainstream. Troye isn't just gay. He lives, breathes, and performs the complexities of the queer experience with unapologetic artistry. He evolved from a sweet-faced YouTuber into a daring pop provocateur. The video for Rush is a prime example, an unfiltered celebration of queer intimacy, community, and freedom. He doesn't just make pop music, he creates anthems. What makes Troye so vital is his confidence in his own femininity and sensuality. He shows that queerness isn't a static identity, but a fluid, ever-changing, and endlessly creative force. Conan Gray didn't just enter the music scene, he floated in on a cloud of glitter-dusted sadness. With his signature fluffy hair, gender-fluid fashion, and heart-wrenching ballads, Conan became the voice for a generation of emotional teens. But for queer fans, he was something more, the embodiment of the sensitive, beautiful angst they knew so well. Conan's energy isn't chaotic, it's meticulously curated sorrow. He wears ruffled blouses and platform heels on stage and talks about loneliness with a painful sincerity. Queer fans don't ask who Conan is dating, they see themselves in his music. The comments under his videos are a testament to this. Conan turned my sadness into an art form. He never needed to come out. His entire existence, artistic, soft, and beautifully vulnerable, is already a statement. Let's be honest, none of us saw this coming. Lynch started as the clean-cut blonde heartthrob on Austin and Alley, but somewhere along the line, the shirts got tighter, the dancing got smoother, and the vibes got suspicious. The shift began with his band The Driver Era, which brought out a raw, sultry side of Ross, soaked in indie sex appeal. Then came the live performances, shirtless, sweaty, hips moving like he was auditioning for a Prince tribute band. It wasn't about sexuality, it was about energy. And Ross had it, that queer-coded, unbothered, softly flirtatious energy that says, I'm not labeling anything, I'm just gonna roll my hips and let you deal with that. Then came the looks, crop tops, mesh, nail polish, silk scarves, a whole mood. Not costumey, just confidently worn, as if he woke up and said, today I want to give bisexual art student who owns too many vinyls. The queer internet took one look and said, he's not coming out? Fine, we're adopting him anyway. And they did. He became a Tumblr staple, a TikTok fantasy. There's something uniquely powerful about Lynch's queer-coded energy. He doesn't exploit it. He doesn't deny it. He just exists, beautifully confidently somewhere between straight and something more aware. And that's what made him iconic. Some guys are pretty, some are mysterious. Caleb Finn is both, and then some. With eyeliner sharper than your ex's last text and the ability to switch from scary to seductive in a single TikTok, Caleb has queer-coded his entire online existence so hard that fans didn't ask questions. They just welcomed him home. It wasn't about who he was dating. He has a partner and a child. It was about the vibe. Because queer energy doesn't require relationship status. It requires presence. And Caleb showed up with fishnet shirts, chokers, painted nails, and chaotic bisexual lighting, all while still somehow giving sad alt-boy who writes poetry in his notes app. The comments were flooded. Why do I feel gay and possessed? Bro, you just soft-launched your queerness and no one blinked. It's not just the looks, it's the performance. Caleb shifts identities in every video, playing with gender, aesthetics, and characters. His content says you don't have to choose one thing to be. You can be beautiful, scary, masculine, and soft all at once. That is peak queer-coded behavior. For so many LGBTQ+ youth who grew up feeling too much or too weird, Caleb is the one who made too much into an aesthetic. It started slowly. A pearl necklace here, a painted nail there, a dance video with just a little too much hip control. And suddenly the queer internet paused and said, wait, isn't he that Power Ranger guy? Since when does he have main character gay energy? Nico Greetham didn't arrive with a headline. He didn't need to. He floated in like a soft breeze of Broadway-adjacent energy, graceful, flirty, and casually fabulous. His movement was fluid, his outfits screamed, "I know what soft masculinity is, and I live there." And his eyes, always like he was 2 seconds from slow dancing with someone in a parking lot under fairy lights. From his breakout role in Power Rangers Ninja Steel to lighting up screens in American Horror Story, his talent was clear. But his TikTok presence is what made queer fans claim him. That's where he started showing his true power. That dangerous blend of dancer-trained body language, zero fear of femininity, and a boyish smile that turns people bisexual on sight. He wasn't trying to queerbait, he was just glowing with "you're safe here" energy. The final seal? Pride 2023. Nico appeared in multiple LGBTQ+ campaigns and did photo shoots in sheer mesh tops and platform boots. Fans weren't asking if he was gay. They were too busy sending each other links, whispering, "He's family now, pass it on." He's never slapped a label on himself, but he also doesn't avoid the queer gaze. He exists in the in-between, and queer people recognize that as home. Some men walk into a room. Damiano David kicks the door down wearing glitter eyeliner, a see-through mesh top, and enough chaotic confidence to short-circuit a gaydar from 5 countries away. The lead singer of Måneskin is a walking bisexual panic button, and though he never officially announced a thing, the internet knew. From the moment Måneskin won Eurovision in 2021, fans clocked it. It wasn't just the looks, though let's be real. He's what would happen if Freddie Mercury and a RuPaul's Drag Race winner had a baby. It was the vibe, the swagger that said, "Yeah, I could take your girl or your boyfriend, depends on the mood." His entire aesthetic is queer-coded chaos. Lace shirts unbuttoned to the navel, platforms higher than your GPA, and a stage presence that says, "I'm here to seduce everyone, no questions asked." And then there's the kissing. Damiano has kissed his male bandmates on stage more times than we can count. It never feels forced. It feels joyful, defiant, and utterly natural. What makes him different is the softness underneath the chaos. He speaks openly about toxic masculinity and defends his queer fans. He's not just wearing glitter to shock people, he's wearing it because it fits. Queer fans see that and immediately respond, "Yeah, he's one of us." Not because he checked a box, but because he walked right past the box and set it on fire with a wink and a tongue ring. Long before soft masculinity was a trending topic, there was Timothée Chalamet. With cheekbones that could cut glass and a sensitivity that radiates from every role, he redefined the leading man. He isn't just handsome, he's delicate, complex, and possesses an androgynous beauty that makes the world hold its breath. Look at his red carpet choices. The backless Heider Ackermann suit, the sequined Louis Vuitton hoodie. He doesn't dress for attention. He dresses as an art form. The queer community's response has been near total adoration. He's the subject of endless fan edits and think pieces about why his energy reads as queer. From Elio in Call Me By Your Name to Paul Atreides in Dune, his characters carry a depth and a loneliness that feel deeply familiar. He's the boy so beautiful, you're not sure if you want to be with him or you want to be him. No conversation about modern queer energy is complete without Harry Styles. He single-handedly launched a revolution in style, music, and what it means to be a male pop star. He wears a dress on the cover of Vogue. He rocks pearl necklaces, painted nails, and feather bows while waving a pride flag on stage. His refusal to explicitly label his sexuality has ironically made him an even more powerful queer icon. He doesn't give fans an easy answer. He gives them space to dream, to interpret, and to see themselves in his freedom. He has created a safe harbor where masculinity is no longer rigid. For millions, Harry isn't just a singer. He's an idea. The idea that you can be whoever you want, wear whatever you want, and love whomever you choose. With his towering height and classic leading man looks, Lee Pace could have easily been typecast. But his career and presence tell a different story. One of softness, complexity, and an unmistakable queer energy that has only intensified over time. From the proud, androgynous elven King Thranduil in The Hobbit to the mysterious Joe McMillan in *Halt and Catch Fire*, Lee brings a layered subtext to his roles, but it's his off-screen presence that has the internet obsessed. His Instagram posts, often shirtless, surrounded by nature, or in high-fashion ensembles, radiate a comfortable confidence and a refined sex appeal. Though he is openly married to a man, Lee fits this list because of how he embodies his queerness. Not with noise, but with a quiet, mature, and devastatingly charming strength. He doesn't need to shout. His existence is the statement. He is the internet's zaddy, an icon proving that masculinity and queer energy can coexist beautifully and powerfully. When Charles Melton stepped into May-December, something shifted. He wasn't just that hot guy from Riverdale anymore. He was devastatingly soft, vulnerable, and intense in a way that felt suspicious. Queer fans around the world blinked twice and whispered, "Wait, since when is he giving this energy?" The shift didn't come from his appearance, though he has a sculpted face and a poetic sadness in his eyes. It came from his presence. His performance oozed a kind of internal conflict and longing that queer people know all too well. His softness wasn't performative. It felt lived in. In one interview, Charles broke into tears talking about his process, about empathy and feeling too much. It was queer-coded soul talk. The comments started rolling in. Why does this feel familiar? Someone check his playlist. If Mitski is on it, we're claiming him. He's never made a public statement about his sexuality, and honestly, he doesn't have to. Because queerness, especially in this generation, is about resonance. And Charles reminds us of someone we've known before. The quiet boy in high school who stared out the window too much, the one who borrowed your lip balm and didn't make it weird. He wears high-waisted pants like he was born in a French New Wave film. So, maybe Charles Melton isn't gay. But for queer fans everywhere, that maybe was all they needed.